Hello, this is Heidi Hansen with a very focused and important advocacy message for those who rent from Fisher's Mill Apartments, Quantum Residential Properties, and renters in general in Clark County and Vancouver, Washington. In recent months, I have complained at Fisher's Mill Apartments to the city and county and other organizations about the dog poo policy here on campus not being enforced, oversized and aggressive dog breed policy not being enforced, a major campus-wide digging up of sewage and water pipes, this work being stalled out for the winter, and plastic barriers put up that block off tenant fire escape routes. The former is a repeat of what they did 2 years ago when they dug up the pipes and the holes lay open all winter with raw sewage seeping up. The latter was reported to the fire marshal. I have also been advocating at Fisher's Mill for the management here to uphold their end of the lease in sanctioning tenants who act out aggressively and abusively to other tenants, myself having been a victim of that. Well, I've been punished now by management of Fisher's Mill for these things. They are threatening me with eviction if I do not give up our tenants union, which is the voice of people who need to know who to call, who to write to, what to ask for in the above-mentioned problems and others. If I do not stop helping tenants to get that information and resources they need to advocate for themselves to city and state government and outside community agencies, these voices granted to them by their civil rights under the free speech laws in the U.S. Constitution. Fisher's Mill seems to think that their petty policies supersede the U.S. Constitution and free speech and freedom of expression and freedom to assemble, and this is not true. But many tenants, I fear, will be so intimidated by these punishment and intimidation retaliation tactics that I now face that they will stop speaking up for themselves here and suffer the hygiene, sanitation, and safety hazards that this irresponsible and incompetent management team poses to us. Tenants will end up paying rent for the use of the grounds here and amenities they cannot use because they are being harassed by aggressive tenants, which are given the green light to go ahead and do these things by the management here. Tenants, you have the right to free speech and expression of such in public domains on your apartment campuses, including on community bulletin boards. Tenants, your right to free speech supersedes anything policy-wise in your lease. Tenants, you have the right to expect the lease to work both ways. Get what you pay for and are promised to get in the lease, including use of the grounds and amenities, without fear of harassment and intimidation. Tenants, if your landlord is extorting your civil rights by intimidation, making up lies about you, gaining false gossip from your neighbors to make up complaints against you, all of which I'm going through now, they are accountable under the law and are committing egregious offenses, and I encourage you to use your civil rights, like I'm doing right now, to speak up against it and hold them accountable for the damages done to you by their behaviors. I am going through my ordeal now and not giving in to their intimidation and retaliation, but rather I am furthering my complaints and advocacy so that other